It issued statements framing this presence as permanent, and it acted as if nothing would ever reverse these moves because for a year, nothing has. And then, as we've just seen, Netanyahu walked into that buffer zone, and that moment ripped the whole mask off the whole pretense. Syria's new regime has spent a year trying to stabilize itself diplomatically. It had made itself available to the West. It had restrained itself militarily, largely because it's too weak to do anything about it. And Israel responded by escalating repeatedly. And when the escalation came in the form of that public visit, Syria understood what it really meant. Diplomacy hadn't restrained Israel, and it was never going to. Diplomacy had reassured Israel that Syria couldn't or wouldn't resist them. The visit wasn't a provocation, it was a declaration. And this is where Russia ends up re-entering the story now, because Syria didn't invite Russia back into Quneitra for nostalgia or ideology. It did it because nobody else was willing to physically enforce anything on that border. Russia had spent a year pulling back from the south. It had been renegotiating its role in Syria. It had been adjusting to a new government that wasn't automatically aligned with Moscow. It had been watching from a distance as Syria rebuilt Western ties. And it had been watching Israel operate inside Syrian territory without any consequence. Russia wasn't patrolling. Russia wasn't standing on the line. Russia wasn't acting as the buffer it once had done. And Israel had noticed. And Israel had acted accordingly, sensing a vacuum, taking advantage. But then 2 weeks ago, Russian military officials arrived in southern Syria. They toured the frontier. They visited the border villages. They met Syrian defense ministers. They inspected potential posts. And Syrian officials began speaking about a deal to restore Russian presence inside Quneitra.